the Hanged Man, the Empress, Death, and the Devil. We read you an oracle card and a tarot card to kick off each episode. This episode, however, will be a little bit different.
Okay.
Today, we're dedicating this episode to the history of tarot, something we hold very near and dear to us on this podcast.
Yes.
So, dear listeners, sit back and relax because you are listening to Wading into the Void, Halloween Spooktacular! Alright.
Holy shit. Halloween Spooktacular. Nat did an intro. What is
This
life?
is crazy. This is crazy. I actually wrote something. And it's my own writing. Holy shit.
No plagiarism on this podcast.
So, obviously this one is going to be another short and sweet episode for our Halloweek.
Hell yes.
So, I'm just gonna jump straight into everything today.
Let's do it.
Because I have a plan, okay? So, we're gonna start with our Halloween Oracle by Stacey DeMarco, because we have to this entire week, this
Of
entire
course.
month. Like, there's
No
no other
exceptions.
option. And so, this episode is gonna be a little bit different from the other episodes, because for these short little baby episodes, we're only going to be pulling just the Oracle.
Yes.
However, since this one is so special and it's all about what we like doing in the beginning of each episode, I'm going to be pulling not only the Oracle card, I will also be pulling a past, present, and future spread with the Horror Tarot by Ariag Mitter and Minerva Siegel, and illustrated by Abigail Larson.
Yes. Of course.
So, let's just get straight into it. I've already pulled the Oracle card. Katie helped me pull it. And I'm going to shuffle, and we're going to pull the past, present, future on the podcast live, I guess.
Kind of live for us, not live for you.
Exactly.
But we're doing it in the moment.
Exactly. So, the Halloween Oracle card for today is very interesting. I didn't even read it yet.
What
But
do we have?
this card is Winter.
I love winter.
And it says the sacredness of pausing. And the little poem says, lightly I step, for the earth falls asleep. A lullaby to rest and pause, the soul's secrets to keep.
I'm a winter baby.
Me too.
We're
All
winter
right.
babies.
So, death is frightening, even though, or perhaps because, it is inescapable. However, as we move into winter, we know it signals a literal and metaphysical death. In some parts of the planet, the extreme weather means snow and ice buries all life and the ground lies fallow and still. In winter, the earth slows down and there is less light and often more wet weather. Many plants die back, many animals are less active, and traditionally, it was a leaner, more difficult time for those who worked in the land for their living.
Yeah.
Winter often brought with it the end of a life cycle, a figurative or literal death. Should the winter card appear to you, it's time to let what no longer serves you die away. Where it seems natural and right to let things that have been bothering you for some time die back, take real action to change those things. Anything that is superfluous, extra, and burdensome, release it. God damn. Okay.
Like we just did that sentence.
Gosh dang it. Okay, that took 12 years to say that last sentence.
Show me the
I
card.
don't. Let's take a picture of it. You're right. Oh my gosh. Hang on. Okay. It's a freaking leaf, man.
That's not even winter. That's the
Okay,
leaf.
yeah, it is. No, look at the background. It's like a winter area.
I see the background, but why is it the fall leaf?
Well, it's a dead fall leaf. It's all like crumpled and nasty. It's like the significance of the season
Dying.
changing. And yeah. Interesting. That one actually really spoke to me.
Me too.
Good. Alright, so let's pull our past, present, and future. And of course, we're using the horror tarot, which I just said. And so this one shouldn't take super, super long.
Yes.
Katie, I just realized we got fake blood on these cards.
There shouldn't be.
It's only on 2 cards. Hang on, let me look at these 2 cards. Or should I don't know.
You know
man.
what? That's making memories right there.
I've never even seen these cards before.
Then how
Should
the
I
hell did we
put
get
them?
fake blood on them?
I don't know.
This
It's
is
creepy.
the deck
Look
that
at-
we used to shoot our photo shoot. There's blood on that?
Yeah, there's blood on the side, fake blood. And this one, where they're drinking blood in chalices.
Okay, I like that one. The other
This
one looks like Sally from the Sally house.
You know what? You know what's interesting is they're both cups. Should I just do these instead? I don't know.
Let's include them. Say what those mean, and then we'll do our regular reading.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
hope
so-
that sounds good to all of you, because that's what we're doing.
Well, this episode is all about tarot, so they're learning more about the tarot cards in particular. So,
Yes. We shall not ignore the signs.
yeah, no, this is really weird because I remember checking to make sure that we didn't get any on the cup or on the cards.
Yeah?
Because I was like, oh, be careful because you had some on your glove.
Yeah.
Weird.
I rubbed it in the grass.
Yeah, I'm wondering how it got on there because, oh, well, you shuffled. I don't know. We'll see. So, the first card that popped out was the 6 of Cups, and it is really creepy. I'll take a picture of these, too. It's like a little girl with no eyeballs and, like, blood streaming out of her eyes.
Oh my god, it's
And-
the black-eyed children.
Yeah, she has 6 chalices or cups filled with peace lilies, which is what you usually bring to, like, funerals.
Well, yeah, she's coming to take your soul.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know if I pulled them both upright. I think I did.
Let's just go
Because
with
I was
that.
like, what the hell? Okay, so upright. The dream of childhood is not lost. The 6 of Cups promises happiness in the restoration of faith. An ex-lover or soulmate may return into your life and bring familiar excitement.
Let's
Not
hope
I.
not.
This relates to me not in the way that it sounds.
I just met up with one of my good friends from college, so.
And plus, soulmates don't have to be romantic, first of all. So, there's that.
My friend's a girl. I'm not interested in women, so yes.
Alright, so the other card that popped out is the 3 of Cups. So, the 3 of Cups is a card of friendship, feminine energy, and the celebration of joy with others. That's really fucking weird. That's literally what you just said. Oh, Katie, I didn't read this last sentence. The card may also indicate fertility, a pregnancy, or a significant life-changing event that begins a new life journey. Oh god. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna ignore that we pulled those, and I'll shuffle. And Katie, you just tell me when we should stop shuffling or whatever.
I think you should do it.
Okay, I was also thinking the same thing. So, let's see. Because this is a really important one. I feel that it's very important.
I think it is.
Alright. Past, present, and future. I forgot to take a picture of those 2 cards.
That's okay.
Well, oh, God, what is that? These cards are beautiful, but also horrifying.
I love
Literally
it.
so bad. They're so scary sometimes. Not bad, but scary.
They hurt your eyes to look at in a nice way.
Yeah, it's like, geez, Okay. So, what's great about this deck is that the descriptions are really short.
Love it.
So they're like straight to the point, like that's it. Also, all of these are upright too.
Perfect.
And we've got this card so many fucking times. Okay. I swear I shuffle so much.
This is past though, right?
Yeah, this is past, so
could be a
maybe
good thing.
That's why. Okay. So we got the 9 of Cups for our past. It says, good times are coming. The 9 of Cups foretells happiness and joy shared with others who celebrate in your good fortune. Okay. We've got that before.
I think that's great, though.
Yeah.
Something new's coming. It's going to be exciting. You know, that's the past. That's what we experienced.
Our next one, I don't even know if we've gotten any pentacles before.
I don't think we have.
I think we've only really got cups.
Swords.
And, whoa, I just saw a cool one. 10 of Wands. I hope we get 10 of Wands sometime so I can tell you guys about it. Alright, so the 7 of Pentacles is our present card. So, the 7 of Pentacles represents staying, power, and tenacity. If you want something to turn out in your favor, you must persist. We were just having this conversation today. We were just having this conversation today. That's so crazy.
We are being tenacious. We're pushing. We're pushing.
Yeah. And this is another one that we haven't had before. Like, definitely have not had this before. This is a Wands card.
Okay. Say Akio Wand.
Gabby gabab. Which way is it? How does it? Where the? Oh, okay. So this one's really interesting because they do the king, queen, knight, and page in front of the numbers. So it's like backwards from the other books.
Interesting.
So our future card,
please be good,
is the Page of Wands.
Okay.
Okay. At first I was like, and now I'm like, okay. So this is our future card. And Page of Wands says this. Danger can come in unsuspecting packages, so be careful who or what you trust. Everyone loves good news, and the Page of Wands represents an innocent soul that delivers a positive message.
How do you interpret that?
I'm like, God damn, if I'm pregnant, I'm gonna be so pissed.
This is about the podcast.
That's true.
We are delivering this delightful package of a podcast and corrupting all those who listen to it.
True. No, I think, what was the present one? What did the present one say?
That we were being tenacious.
Oh, yeah, I think, okay, so this thing that happened in the past that was really positive, we hit 500 subscribers, like, we're doing awesome, we have all these new people joining the Discord and talking, and blah, 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 and now we're like, this is a lot, like, oh god, I want to take a break for a week or whatever, and it's like, no, we gotta keep pushing through, because we're still in our infancy phase, and we just gotta get ahead of it, and then we can build up a archive and take a break for a little bit and just post regularly, but we won't actually be recording.
The goal.
And the future
because once again, this is not our full-time job. We both work like 40 hours a week, if not more. And then we do this. And then we balance our lives, and we all have fur babies.
I go to school, and I have a house that I'm renovating. Like, it's a lot. But I think this future card is really good because it's like, you can't put your trust into everything. You can't put everything in one pot. However, there's something positive on the horizon for this. And I think it's basically saying, like, if you keep going and pushing through and like bulldozing through all of this stuff, it's gonna benefit you in the end. So I think that this is a really positive message about us doing the podcast and the future of the podcast, which is crazy because Katie and I were like, we're gonna write a business plan, we're gonna create a schedule, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna buckle down and get this shit done so that we can have a more relaxing time in the future and just kind of benefit off of all the hard work.
Yep.
And that's basically what it seems to be saying.
I agree. That's a really good way of sharing that with everybody. But
I haven't done an actual, like,
reading like that in a while.
Yeah. So it's just, I normally do that for my family. Like, we'll do in-depth readings, but it's just too much with the podcast. I know it's probably more enjoyable, but I like just getting into our topic for the day and kind of giving it as you will and leaving it up to you to perceive what you think the card means for you.
Yes. One thing I've loved about our growth as a podcast, because we are approaching 30 episodes, we're going to hit 30 episodes during Halloweek. It might be this episode, I'm not sure. But we're actually starting to play off of each of our own strengths. We're not trying to be the other person, or we're not trying to copy another podcast, or we've decided we're doing our own thing. We're going to each do what we're good at. Nat's taking on more shoulders of the editing of the podcast, which she definitely enjoys much more than me. I'm really starting to shoulder a lot of the marketing stuff. I'm going to put together a plan, and it's all working out, you know? It's going to be good.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So let's see, how far are we?
We're about 18 minutes.
Perfect. So that leads us to our topic for today, which is
Perfect.
all about tarot. Let's go.
Tarot.
So I've been doing tarot, reading about tarot, anything like that, doing readings, stuff like that for years. Like, literally since I graduated high school, I think, which was 2017.
Ooh,
it's 2022 now, so 5 years? 5 years. I've been doing this for 5 years. Like I said before, I don't really go into much depth on the podcast about meanings or anything like that, but I do in person if I ever do a reading for someone. I love this shit. I'm channeling Liv Taylor from Let's Talk About Myths, baby. I'm Liv Taylor, and I love this shit.
Love it.
So, yeah. Let's talk about the history of how tarot came to be.
I'm excited, because this isn't something I know.
I feel like it's, like, kind of obvious, but nobody really thinks about it, I'm pretty sure. So, tracing back to the late 14th century, French and Italian artists created the first set of regular playing cards with the 4 suits. For them, it was staves or wands, discs or coins, cups, and swords. So,
fitting.
Like, some of these are not even, like, what they are now, which is kind of crazy. Like, staves, discs or coins, like, that's completely different. Now it's pentacles. Like, it's very interesting. So, after about a decade of the original playing cards, they came out with Trump or Triumph cards, which featured heavily illustrated photos of members of nobility. So that's where you get your Jack, Queen, King, Ace, Joker, whatever. So that's basically the initial beginning of playing cards, which lead to the Oracle deck. Or not Oracle deck, Tarot deck.
I like
it wasn't even until the late 16th or early 17th century that tarot was even used for divination.
Okay.
By the 18th century, people were beginning to assign specific meanings to each type of card from a regular playing deck. And this is really interesting because I never actually thought of using a regular playing deck as tarot But
it makes sense.
I'm out of breath. Hang on. I gotta open this real quick. But I have a deck called The Illuminated Tarot by Caitlin Keegan. And I was really confused when I first got them. I got them as a gift from Dylan. But they're regular playing cards. But they're tarot. Oh. I was like, what is this? And these are the most traditional cards I have. Yeah. Besides the Rider-Waite tarot deck, which I'll talk about in a second. But in 1781, a French Freemason, who was also a former Protestant minister, which is interesting.
Interesting connection.
Antoine Court de Gebelin published. Yeah. Do you have this open, or you just you just fucking whiffed that?
I'm
That's
studying
awesome.
French. Shout out to Duolingo.
So Antoine published a really complex analysis of the tarot, and a lot of people think it's just bullshit, by the way. There's literally no historical baggage of this whatsoever. But in this analysis, he kind of talked about the symbolism of tarot and how it was in fact derived from Egyptian priests. And he said that the ancient occult knowledge had been carried to Rome and told to the Catholic Church and popes, which is really funny. That's really funny to me. And apparently the Catholic popes and the church wanted to keep this arcane knowledge secret. They're like, ooh, nobody can know about this. So he kind of just said symbolism of the tarot artwork and everything about it connects to Isis, Osiris, and other Egyptian gods.
Okay.
And like I said, literally no historical evidence backing this whatsoever. This guy was just like, Egypt's cool? This makes sense. To me! Nobody else.
You see, I would have thought it had, pagan or, voodoo origins for some reason. So the French church being bored. Interesting.
Yeah, this French guy's like, Egypt is cool. These cards are cool. Let's marry them. So, despite this, it's an arcane knowledge from the Egyptians, blah, 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 it didn't stop these really wealthy Europeans from jumping onto the tarot bandwagon.
Of course not. White people love stealing shit from other cultures.
And they were like, oh, it's Egyptian? Sweet. Yoink. But
honestly, though.
But by the early 19th century, playing card decks like the Marseille Tarot were being produced with artwork specifically based on Antoine's Egyptian gods and stuff like that.
Merci.
So, I don't know. I kind of hate Antoine for that, but whatever.
I'm on the fence about Antoine.
So, I don't know if that's exactly when, the major arcana was created or what, but it seems like probably around that time, because there's a lot of different gods, and if you have the suits, yeah, I just feel like that's probably around the same time. I'm not really sure. I was gonna look that up. I don't know when major arcana was introduced.
But the Pope got his hands on it too, so
yeah, he's like, ooh, this is bad.
We're gonna switch this. Just one little part. He's like, Osiris, no, the devil. No, that would be Anubis. Oh, that's who I was thinking of, not Osiris.
I think, isn't Osiris the god of sun? The sun god? Maybe? I don't know.
He's the one with the... Nope, Anubis is the eye. I'm picturing
Anubis
that really
dog.
shitty Nickelodeon
or
show
the
or something.
Oh! What is it?
Eye of Anubis.
House of Anubis. House of Anubis. Oh my god, yes.
I used to watch it at like 2 a.m. when I couldn't sleep in high school.
So, let's continue. So, in 1971, Jean-Baptiste Alliot, a French occultist.
Jean-Baptiste Alliot.
Okay, sure. I'm an American. Anyways, so oh god. Okay. Jean released the first tarot deck designed specifically for divination purposes rather than a regular playing card deck, which is cool because that's like literally 10 years after fucking Antoine was like, this.
Good. He was
actually tarot.
Screw Antoine. Jean is taking the credit for this.
Exactly. So, a few years earlier, he had responded to Antoine's work with something of his own, and he wrote his own book explaining tarot. So basically, he did just that. He was like, I don't really agree with this. Here's my take on what I think is the divination of these tarot cards. Like,
but
this
I love
is what
that
I
because
think.
That's how tarot actually works. Everyone has their own individual, interpretation.
Exactly. And so it's kind of been like this ever since the beginning. And as interest in tarot expanded, it became associated with the secrets of mysticism.
Yes, of course.
So by the end of the Victorian era, occultism and spiritualism had become popular pastimes for basically bored, white, rich people. Like, literally, that's just how it ends up. And
I wonder if my ancestors did tarot.
I don't know, maybe.
I traced my family back to 1309 to the Dauphine of France, so I wonder if she was like that bored white lady sitting there doing tarot.
I was gonna say, a lot of my ancestors, I had like the Duke of Earl and some other fucking people I don't know. But,
so in other words, our ancestors were those bored white people, and we apologize.
Oh, I bet. I bet. Whatever. Anyways, so it wasn't uncommon at this time to, like, go to somebody's house for a seance, palm reading, tea leaves, or tarot. So, like, this was just a part of this time, which is so interesting because right before this, in the 1600s, was when the whole witch scare was happening. Which is so stupid.
But it makes sense. They're so hypocritical.
They are.
That's what makes sense. They're like, no. You're taking this seriously. We want to do it for fun. No.
Exactly. They're like, let's kill all these poor women.
See?
For no reason besides we don't like them because they're spinsters. And let's just do exactly what we're accusing them of. Yeah. It's so stupid. It's so fucked. But anyways, another opponent comes into the fighting ring of tarot.
Ding, ding, ding.
And this guy, we know of creating, like, the tarot. The common tarot. So, British occultist Arthur Waite was a member of the Order of the Golden Dawn, whatever that is. It sounds cool as shit.
Sounds like the Freemasons.
It's probably something similar. Wait, hang on, I gotta Google who this person is because the sentence is too fucking funny not to say.
Is Arthur Waite in the Illuminati?
No, well, I should look up Order of the Golden Dawn. Let's see. So, okay, so the Order of the Golden Dawn was a secret society developed to study and practice the occult, metaphysics, and the paranormal.
I stand.
Okay, so it was founded in 1887 in the UK. So this guy is a British occultist. He's part of this group who studies metaphysics and stuff like that. And his arch nemesis
John
is Aleister Crowley, who's another random British occultist. It's so stupid. I don't know why they were arch nemesis.
It literally says arch nemesis.
It says longtime nemesis. And they're both a part of the Order of the Golden Dawn, which is hilarious.
Okay, so they were swinging their dicks around wanting to be top man, and it just was...
They're like co-captains of the high school football team, like having a fucking dick battle, like pissing contest.
I'm the quarterback. I'm in charge. Well, I'm the lead lineman. I'm in charge. No, you're not.
Basically, that's so fucking funny. So, Waite got together with an artist, Pamela Coleman Smith.
Hello, Pamela.
Coleman Smith. She's an artist.
You're the OG.
Late 1800s, early 1900s.
Which is I would also just like to say, because I was forced to take art history, the fact that he chose a woman at that time to do something like that is iconic. Because until, like, literally, I think, like, the 80s or the 90s, whenever Warhol was popular, women artists were just, like, ignored. So,
yeah.
Cheers.
As Katie sniffs a fucking candle, oh my, that was the most Hallmark bullshit, feminist bullshit I've ever seen.
But doesn't that, like, encapsulate my whole personality?
Yeah, exactly. She's like, art.
But also at the same time, fuck the patriarchy.
So fucking funny. But yeah, so Waite got together with Pamela Coleman Smith. I'll say her full name again because she deserves it. And she was also a member of Order of the Golden Dawn. And they created the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, which was first published in 1909 and is still used to this day, widespread. Like, it is like the original tarot. It is the most common tarot. You can get it anywhere. I have one. Like,
I love it.
I have one. It's so crazy. It's the original artwork, the original everything. And yeah.
I'm here for it.
Basically, tarot has just kind of evolved from that. Everyone has their own perceptions and meanings for specific things. They kind of keep the same themes.
Mm-hmm.
They don't change a ton. But you could get a tarot deck for Nightmare Before Christmas.
I saw that, and I was like, we should get one for Christmas.
Yeah. Like, you could get anything. Like, I have a Dream Tarot, the Wild Unknown Tarot, Celtic Tree Oracle, Mystical or Enchanted Map Oracle. Like,
I have
Horror Tarot.
Crystal Oracles.
Yeah.
Herb Oracles. But we got Oracle and Tarot cards out the wazoo.
It's true. And what's really interesting is that, like, this started so long ago, and people still use it to this day.
Mm-hmm.
The exact same way as it was intended to be used. Like, It's crazy.
If we ever make it big and we have a pod lab, we will have an entire display bookcase just filled with tarot and oracle cards.
I could do that already at this moment. I am surrounded by tarot and oracle decks. I really am. They are laid out all on my desk, like, stacked so high. Like, it's crazy. I look like I'm swimming in a library.
I love it. I mean...
Yeah, exactly. So's Katie. Hers is a lot more organized than mine. There's actual plates of fucking food that I ate that I just left here from, like, a month ago.
We'll cut that out so the people aren't disturbed. Anyway.
Anyways, that's all I have for the history of tarot.
That was fun.
I don't really have an outro. I don't really know if these need same kind of outros. I don't know.
I didn't. I was just, let's keep it simple, you know?
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Exactly. So, if you have a favorite tarot card deck or a favorite oracle deck, let us know.
Do it in our Discord.
Send it to us on Instagram. Whatever. We want to know because we have so many and we're always looking for more.
Yeah.
I want to accumulate an entire room of decks and cards.
Yes. And stay tuned for another little occult witchy thing tomorrow.
True.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.